Hey guys, it's Hydra and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my first fall build of the season. I'm so excited because we're going to be starting the interior, but unfortunately this house is way too big, so it's going to be a three-parter. That's kind of normal at this point for me, but yeah. So anyways, let's kind of jump right into it. I'm super excited. Alright, so we are just jumping right into this project with the master bedroom. I know I usually start with the living room, but I kind of felt like switching it up. So I'm going to start out by making this platform, and then because there aren't any windows in this room, I wanted to make this glass wall and then have sort of a faux cave background behind it. It's a really cool idea, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. But this is kind of where the bed's going to be, and then I'm just going to plan the entire room around it. So right here, I decided to be a little bit fancy, so I'm going to add a blanket to the bed using this table. And then the other thing that I wanted to do was I actually wanted to make some better looking pillows for this bed because I just felt like this room needed to be super grand and the regular pillows just weren't cutting it for me. So I'm going to use some basic shapes and attach them together. Just kind of follow what I'm doing here. It's pretty simple. And yeah. So now I'm going to add the light fixture, and I'm going to use a bit of a warmer color than I usually do. If you watched part 1, then you would have already seen this, so if you haven't yet, go watch part 1. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the faux background. I'm going to add these really cool waterfalls and then some pools, and yeah. So I definitely had the vibe that I wanted visualized in my head, but I wasn't entirely sure how to execute that idea. Eventually, I decided to use trees and like, can trees exist in caves? I don't really think so. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but like, in the end, I was like, oh, well, it looks good, so that's fine. Even now, I kind of felt like I didn't have enough plants, so I'm just gonna add more, basically enough so that you can't see the grass. And yeah. And now to set the mood and give it even more of an ethereal look, I'm gonna add some fog machines. Alright, so before that eats up too much of my money, I'm just gonna be done because it looks good anyways. And I'm gonna start on the closets. For the master bedroom, I decided to have two separate closets, like one for each person, and yeah. And now back to the bed area. Doing the closets kind of helped me figure out what kind of color scheme I wanted. So I'm gonna finally start decorating these bedside tables with lots of candles and lamps and stuff like that. Of course, I'm gonna include lots of plants, and I'm also gonna start coloring everything. Also, I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I'm gonna say it again anyways. Because it's finally fall, that means plaid is officially back, and I literally couldn't be happier. It's actually one of my favorite textures, but I just feel like it doesn't really go with like a summer vibe or a spring vibe. So, yeah. And now I'm going to go back and paint some walls and do some more wall trims. So the bed was really the only thing that I had like set in my mind. But I'm just gonna kind of wing the rest of the room. I think it turned out pretty well though. I'm gonna start with a desk area over here, and it's not gonna be anything too fancy. I kind of feel like the decorations on the bed were so extravagant that I want to keep the rest of the room a little bit more minimalist. And since I'm doing some decorations, of course the pumpkins have to come back. Like, what? I'm not obsessed with them. So, I'm going to address the elephant in the room, and that is that this room is taking a heck of a long time. So, I know that it's a bedroom, so usually I take a lot shorter time on the bedrooms, but it is the first room that I did in this house, and usually, when you have the first room, it like sets the tone for the rest of the room with the colors and types of like furniture and decorations that you use. And so, there's a lot more experimentation that you kind of have to do. The difference is that usually I do this in the living room, so you can't really tell with the bedrooms. So if that kind of explains it, I hope that helps. And then over here in this corner, instead of having a dresser or something like that, I decided to make a custom fireplace. I kind of felt like this room could really use that since it's the master bedroom and everything's supposed to be fancy, but also this room is so massive and I kind of felt like blocking out this corner would help it feel a little bit more like cohesive. So here is the finished shape. I kind of feel like it won't be too difficult to replicate. I mean, it's just a bunch of squares put together. But anyways, you might be thinking, how am I going to make this light up? And the answer is with torches. I know they're kind of something that not a lot of people know about in the catalog, but I really never use them. So I kind of felt like this was a perfect opportunity. Over here, I'm just gonna continue adjusting the fireplace until it's to my liking, and then I'm going to get back, finish coloring the walls, and just add a couple more decorations because this room is basically done. Okay, so I promise we're going to get to the living room in this video, but first I've got to do the master bathroom. I kind of can't, like, I feel like it would be morally wrong to do the master bedroom without doing the bathroom. But, anyways, I wanted to make it super fancy, so I'm going to have another raised platform to put the bathtub on. Kind of felt like that was a cool idea, and then I'm just going to do my best to make it look super nice. So over here, I'm trying to make a water closet for the toilet, and I was just struggling a little bit with trying to make like a door frame into it because I felt like if I used a tall door, then that's just too much. But anyways, I decided to use a door frame, and yeah. And then I'm going to play around with the vanities a little bit. Eventually, I decided to do kind of a his and hers vanity kind of situation. So each side is going to have two countertops, one with a sink, one not, and then their own mirror and shelves and things like that. Over here, I wanted to center the shower on the bathtub because I kind of felt like, you know what, it's a super fancy bathroom, why not? And then I'm going to put some shelves on either side. I think it honestly turned out so beautiful, so yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I definitely did struggle with the coloring in this room, but I think eventually we got to a good place. I feel like all of the backbones of this room are laid down, so I'm gonna finally start decorating. All right, so next to the sink, I'm going to add some shelves so that there's a little bit of more storage. And then I'm also going to add some hooks so that you can like hang up your towel, like your washcloth, or maybe like some jewelry or something like that. And now I'm gonna add the finishing touches to this room. So some pumpkins, of course, because they're so fun. And then I'm also going to add some towels and painting onto this wall. All right, so there are a lot more rooms on the bottom floor of this house, but I do want to get started on sort of the main areas that people will be hanging out in. So I am going to start on the living room finally. This room is going to be pretty simple, but I am going to implement the new furniture from like maybe 2 updates ago. You're going to see me playing around with it a little bit, but I'm also going to add some super cool custom pillows and other things like that. I knew that I wanted my accent wall to be the fireplace wall, so I'm going to make a painting collage behind the couch so that the wall doesn't look too plain since it's just going to be plain white. Of course, as mentioned before, I'm going to add some custom pillows now to the couch and also to the armchairs. You know I love myself a super cool chandelier, so of course we're going to add that. And now, finally, we're going to do the decorations for this room. I feel like there's not too many since this room is not small, but simple, I would say. Like, there's not a ton of surfaces, so we're just going to do the top of the fireplace, the coffee table, and then I'm going to add a shelf onto the wall. And now I'm going to add an ottoman to the couch and add some more pumpkins, flowers, and just kind of fall decorations. And then over here on the patio, I'm going to remove the wooden chairs because the inside is just so modern that I felt like they didn't really go with it. On this patio, though, I just really liked how the log couches had the two separate couch cushions, and none of the other couches really had that, so I just decided to keep them. And I'm also going to start on the dining room, of course. Out of all of the rooms in this house, I feel like this one is definitely the most similar to my usual style. I don't really put that much effort into dining rooms because I feel like they don't really need to be anything super fancy, and there's not really that many directions that you could go with them. So, yeah. So you're gonna see me do a couple of different things, but I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent right here. I feel like white definitely is not a fall color because fall is all about all those like dark colors, maybe not quite as much as winter, but then again, with winter you have snow. So I feel like by painting the walls white in this house, that was a little bit of kind of an awkward approach towards it. But the thing is, I feel like I couldn't really do anything else. Like I felt like white was definitely the best option. So I did definitely feel like I had to decorate the walls a lot more to make them like fit with the theme, but it definitely worked out and there is no other direction that I wish I would have gone in. All right, guys, last thing for today. Let's start the kitchen. I am going to finish it. I don't know why I said start. Anyways, we're going to be using some counters that are basically the same colors as what I used in the master bathroom. And yeah, this kitchen is pretty big, so I am making sure to decorate it. And yeah. And right here, this is a pantry in case you couldn't tell. I'm not going to spend too much time decorating it because that is a lot of space and a lot of money that I don't need to spend. And now we're going to paint, as I said before, basically the same color scheme as the master bathroom as before, except I'm going to use white bricks as my wall texture, and I'm also going to start decorating. I feel like there isn't really too much to say right here. This is pretty typical of what I usually do. I'm just going in and decorating all the surfaces of just things that you would need in a kitchen. So the last thing that I'm gonna do for this video, I know it's so disappointing, but guess what? Part 3 is going to be posted this weekend, so not to worry, it is going to be up super soon. But anyways, I'm just going to be decorating a couple more things, super self-explanatory, and yeah. But anyways, guys, that is all for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and make sure to click that like button if you're excited for part 3 and the final tour of this build. I'm honestly so happy with how it's turning out so far. So anyways, I think I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys later. Bye!